Hello everybody and welcome back to another video from my channel, which was launched last Thursday, as you all know. I just want to thank everybody for kind of coming to support so far. I really appreciate it. I'm still kind of finding my feet with the content, in terms of kind of what direction I'm going with it. But I'm kind of doing a range of stuff at the moment, which I'm really enjoying. But obviously the quality of content I want to keep getting better. But obviously it's still early days. So I'm really so excited to get going with this show today. Like I say, we're going to be previewing the game against Bristol City, which is our final game of the regular season on Saturday. It should be a good afternoon, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But we're joined by Liam, who is a Bristol fan. I really appreciate him coming on, by the way. So welcome in to Liam. Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming into the stream today.
Hello, Ryan. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. So we're going to get straight into it then, basically, because obviously it'll certainly be an interesting game. Well, first of all, before I get into the preview, I'm kind of keen to know your thoughts about obviously your season as a whole. Kind of what's the feeling around the place at Bristol? Because I think that a team like Bristol really should be higher than they actually find themselves at the moment. I think right maybe in saying that quite a few are disappointed with the way it's gone. But yeah, I'm kind of keen to know what your thoughts are and the overall feeling around the club at the moment.
It's been a very erratic season.
Yeah.
Like we've scored the fourth. I think we scored the fourth most goals in the championship, and we've conceded the third most. So it's kind of been a bit side to side.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems to be like obviously. I think that you've scored a lot of goals. Actually, I've done my research, by the way, but you've just conceded far too many, which is the issue. Which is kind of what the issue we had actually last season. Before coming into this season, we've obviously got a few signings in, and it really made a difference. And obviously, a keeper that has just been absolutely incredible for us this season. Make no mistake about that. But yeah, it's so yeah. You kind of, from my I'm losing my track of thought here. So yeah, what was your expectations going into this season, by the way? Then, so how was you kind of feeling going into the season?
Well, after last year, we kind of down tools from about the end of from the back end of last season, we didn't win any our last 10 games. So expectation coming into this season was trying to be kind of 14th, 15th, that kind of area, but it didn't kind of transpire. But I think we are a better team, especially going forward this year than last year, because the back end of last season, we weren't having shots, we weren't having corners. I think we look a lot better attacking side than we did this time last year. It's just getting that consistency and a solid back line, and to keep more clean sheets, because we've only kept 6 clean sheets all season.
Yeah, it's really, like I say, it's and I wouldn't obviously put all the blame on the goalkeeper in this situation. Obviously, sometimes so the defence has to take some responsibility. Have you had a lot of injuries this season in terms of the defence? Has it been very disruptive lineup, if you could say so? Is that what you put it down to, maybe the defensive side of things?
Well, at the start of the season, we started with a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
And that was from like August to about October. And we're playing that system, and we were kind of hard to beat, but we weren't scoring goals. So then it got to about January when the manager decided to play the front three that he did. I don't know what he's seen in training, but it seems to have worked. But we've not had a lot of injuries in defence, but we've played one of our best attacking, and we played one of our best young players, who's an attacking midfielder, in the right wing back position for half season, and he's not a defender. His best position is a number 10 or an 8, and for him having to play half a season, at right wing back because our main one got injured at the end of December.
Yeah.
So that hasn't helped.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like, yeah. But like I say, I think obviously if your expectation were around about 14th, 15th, I think you're not far off that anyway. But you still, I thought, I was kind of thinking that, the Bristol should be even higher up than that, really. Going into the season maybe. But anyway, that is the thing. But I'm gonna go into the just wondering kind of what you think, how you'll set up on Saturday and what your approach will be, because obviously. You've got some very dangerous players for sure that score goals. Like as Vyman is one that I've picked out here. Obviously, your top goal scorer. To score that amount of goals in a season is very impressive, isn't it? And I'm sure obviously Martin's close behind, but not too close. And then Semenyo, who again, all three very talented, players. Had your defensive, side of things, maybe been a lot better, you could arguably have been a lot higher up than you find yourselves now. But yeah, lineups. Yeah, what's your thoughts?
Well, I think you keep it the same, even though we're guaranteed to finish 17th, and he could make changes if he wanted to. But I think he'd keep with the same kind of team that's been working over the last five or six games, and for Andy Vyman to get 22 goals after missing the whole of last season with, I think he missed the whole of last season with a bad knee injury. So for him to come back after that and to score 22 goals, and if it wasn't for his goals, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, because that's a good point actually. That if you think about it, if you wouldn't have had the goals as well on top of that, yeah, on with your defensive issues at the moment, I think that you would have been even further down possibly. I thought, yeah, I get that as well. So yeah, I was kind of looking at the other way, kind of up the tail rather than down. But yeah, good point that. So obviously, I think for us, I think that our lineup, is pretty much settled. Like I say, I think that the last game we didn't have any recognised wingers because we had injuries to Sinani and Karoma. Obviously, Thomas is still out. Hopefully, Thomas will be back for the playoffs. He's definitely not back this weekend. And yeah, so hopefully Sinani comes back. If he's back this week, sorry, he should come straight back into the side. But apart from that, I'd keep the same side really for me.
Because I read that Huddersfield got a lot of injuries at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, we have actually, but thankfully it's not as bad as maybe the situation at Luton, for example, because obviously they're more, their injuries are just, struggling to kind of field the team at times. But I think for us, they're just a few niggly injuries. We're very hopeful that we can get, obviously Sinani back, Karoma as well, and Sorba Thomas. Yeah, it's unfortunate that he, got a slight knee injury, but things are looking good. He's back on. He's getting close to the start. I think we'll see him back for the playoffs. So yeah, I suppose it gives these, especially Sorba, the amount of football he's played this season, it gives them a chance to have a bit of a rest, really. So, but yeah, and then obviously I think Danny Ward may come back in, but again, Jordan Rhodes has come in and really played well. So it's for us this season, it's so hard to pick a starting 11 because we've got so much depth in our squad now, which is really strange. But it's a nice problem to have, of course. So, like I say, so you've impressed me the past two games. By the way, obviously, when you can only beat who's in front of you, and obviously, you won the last match 5-0 against Hull, and then before that, you went away from home to Derby, who they're a great club, and it's a really tough place to go, really, Derby. They're a great set of fans and really make an atmosphere. But you managed to win there as well, 3-1. So you actually kept a clean sheet last game, and obviously you've conceded one goal and you've scored 8. So kind of, to me, I think that I don't want to kind of because kind of our kind of problem at the moment, if you could say so, if we've got a problem, is that we seem to be conceding a lot of injury time goals, especially then. we did it against Barnsley, and then we did it against Coventry. And like, well, if the game is quite close here, and it's only 1-0, which I think it'll be quite a close game actually. If we concede, then it'll kind of put, not a damper on it, but we want to be winning this, final game of the season, because we want to be going into the playoffs, with a win and momentum. So yeah, go on. Sorry to.
We've so our season we've conceded a lot of late goals, especially at home.
Right.
Like there was a game against Nottingham Forest back in October. We were 1-0 up in the 90th minute and lost 2-1.
Right.
And it's happened about 8 times this season.
Oh yeah, it's right.
And if we would have won those games, we would probably be on about 60+ points. And it is so annoying when you're that close, and I think one of the games, it was Preston away. We were 2-1 up, 95th, not in the 94th minute. We had the ball in their corner.
Yeah.
And we lost it, and they ran at the end and scored.
Yeah, it's just, I know what you're saying, because I think plenty of times this season for us as well, we amount of points we've thrown away from leading positions, especially early on in the season. We could have, been even, we could have been even close to that automatic place, even though we did give a good go of it. It still feels like that. But we can't complain this season. What we've done is just truly incredible, and I have to pinch myself that we've had a season like this, because we never expected this. At the start of the season, we was kind of, I'd probably say top 12 for us this season. But we've just, the recruitment has been outstanding from our point of view. We've got the pretty much all of the kind of bad eggs from the club. Everyone wants to play for the club. That togetherness is back, and we've got some real quality in there as well. So yeah, it's just been, the season's gone so quick as well. I think, I don't know about you, it's just,
I remember the first game of this season. I've been to every home game apart from the first one, because I had COVID at the time. So it's from the first game to now, it feels like it's just gone so quick.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So like I said, I think that I think I'm gonna kind of say my style. So obviously Lee Nichols in goal. I want a 3-4-3 probably. So I'm gonna go with Tom Lees, Jonathan Hogg and Colwell. Great kind of set from the back there. Then Pippa in midfield with I think kind of Scott High has really impressed. He's kind of one of our youngsters, and he was struggling at the start of the season, admittedly, but he's come out of the squad. He's worked hard off the kind of in the training, on the training pitch, and he looks a lot better. The last few games have been quite impressive with him, actually. And Jonathan Russell alongside him in the middle with Harry Toffolo, who is just on absolutely fire at the moment with his goal. He scored 4 in his last 6. A goal against Coventry as well. That was his weak foot, by the way. I don't know if you saw the goal, but that
I've seen it. Yeah.
That was his weak foot, but can you believe it? So it's just crazy. But anyway, and then I want to kind of mix this up now. So I want to definitely take Holmes out, because I don't like, I just don't see what he offers to this side. I really don't. I'm going to bring in, I think Andrin deserves a start here. So I'm going to bring in Tino, the guy that we signed from Chelsea on loan in January. He came in when he was injured, though. He was already injured, but he was on his way back. But he's really struggled since he's come back, from injury. But against Coventry, that was the best I've seen him in a sound shirt. So I'll be keen to see him start and see how he can get on here. And then this is the problem, because who do you go with? Do you go with Rhodes, or do you go with? I think I'd have to go with Ward, because even though Rhodes has scored quite a few in his past few games, I just think Ward, top goal scorer this season, you have to bring him back in. He came off the bench against Coventry because he'd just come back from injury, so it's good to have him back. So I'd probably start Ward in the middle, and then, like I said, I wouldn't risk Sinani. I'd probably bring Sinani on, and I'd put Lewis O'Brien in that other forward position. But yeah, that's kind of my lineup for Saturday. always think that the last home game is kind of a moment where you sit back and reflect on the season you've actually had.
Yeah.
So obviously you had yours last week, but I kind of it'll kind of be a carnival atmosphere on Saturday. It really will, because I think that a lot of people, a lot of fans throughout, the club, are kind of just enjoying the ride again, because it just feels great to be, to have a really positive season after the last few seasons we've had. So yeah, and like I said, it's just going to be a brilliant atmosphere. I'm sure it's pretty much sold out, but it's going to be tough against you guys, because, like I say, I take no one for granted in this league, because you know what, the championship, is the most competitive league in the world, and anyone can beat anyone. And like I say, you have got your strengths, and if you've got somebody up front, environment who's scored over 20 goals here this season, he's going to carry that threat. And obviously, defensively though, this season we've been so much better. It's been so more secure. And like I say, Lee Nichols in goal. I mean, he's just been an absolute breath of fresh air. The amount of saves he makes in games, yeah, he's just like, how doing it? And it's just like a brick wall. And like I say, he's made a massive difference to this side this season. And his organisation of his defence, every single person in that defence knows what they need to be doing. And he's just been. But yeah, it'll be great to see how the game pans out. And like I say, it's a game that's going to be, I think it's going to be a close game, like I said earlier. And I hate predicting the score, because it always just makes it really of a curse, if you could say so. But I fancy us on Saturday. I really do, because obviously the form that we've been showing, and obviously I just believe that we can, we've got too much for you, really. And like I say, it's going to be tough, this one. But what are your kind of thoughts going into this one? Because obviously you guys want to be finishing on a high as well. So there's, it's not just a case of, turning up and then going up. I'm pretty sure, your players and your manager and your fan, you're wanting to go there and get a result, even though it's going to be very tough for you.
Yeah, I think our manager always expects high expectations, and I don't think just because we're going to finish 17th, I don't think we're going to be on the beach. I think we'll be in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, it'll be. We seem to start off really, we've scored quite a few early goals in these past few weeks as well, and like I say, we'll definitely. I just feel like we're gonna. So I'm gonna kind of kick things off with a prediction. I think it's going to be a close game, and I kind of fancy you guys to score actually with the form you're showing in front of goal, but I'm still going to go with a town win. I'm going to go 2-1. I think it's going to be really close, but yeah, that's my kind of thinking. But yeah, what about you?
I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
Ooh,
I think there'll be goals. I think there'll be goals.
Yeah, they'll like I say, two teams that obviously like to score a lot of goals. So yeah, it'll definitely. You're definitely right there. Are you? What is your? Do you know how many tickets you've sold for Saturday then in your end?
I don't know, because I'm not going. I would love to have come, but it's a 12:30 kickoff, and I get up Monday to Friday quite early, so it'd be quite an early start. But I would imagine we'll probably take about 1,000. I don't know the numbers for sure.
Yeah. So like I said, it'll be kind of. Like I said, the 12:30 kickoffs, on the final day, it's a bit silly if you've got a game like this, obviously a long distance. But yeah, I think we've kind of covered it really in a nice short space of time. There's not really much to say really. Obviously, we going into the playoffs after this. The drama of the playoffs is fantastic, but because we've had the season we've had, I think that, and the fact that we're so close to going back, to the Premier League, which I've said in previous streams that we've got unfinished business there, because when we went up that first time, we didn't really showcase what we could do really, and I think that obviously that second season especially was absolutely terrible. But yeah, it just means so much, and I just hope that we can get promoted, because yeah, I keep thinking about the playoffs every single day now. It's like it's just that nerves but excitement as well, because we never expected it, but now it's actually happening. We don't, it'd be interesting to see also who we actually end up getting, because obviously that's still, undecided.
Yeah.
The playoff position is still a lot at stake, in that 6th and 7th place. So yeah, obviously, any game though in the playoffs will be tough, but we'll have to see what happens on Saturday first of all, because hopefully a great game for the neutral. But hopefully, I'm waffling on now, but yeah, I think we've got covered everything. So I know it's been short, guys, but to be fair, there's no point in just kind of going on and on if there's nothing much else to say. We've kind of covered everything there, I think. Obviously, yeah, I think we've kind of covered everything, haven't we? Unless there's anything else you want to add.
Going into next season, we need to get our recruitment needs to be better, because over the past few years we've had money and we've wasted it on crap. So we need a summer of, if we can keep our front three, keep our young talent, and add to the defence and the midfield to make us stronger, then I think next year.
Yeah, that absolutely. It'll be a big summer ahead for you guys. Like I said, you need to get the recruitment right. But I'm sure the team are obviously, managers maybe looking at other players. Maybe you can bring in the summer. But like I said, so are you happy with your goalkeeper then? Because I've not actually done my research about it. But who is your goalkeeper, by the way?
It's Dan Bentley.
Oh yeah, that's it. He's a really good keeper, actually, isn't he? To be fair, so that's a nice foundation to have from the back. Obviously, you've conceded a lot of goals, but you've got no protection from the defence as such. It's very hard to keep clean sheets.
Yeah, I think I think the manager next season wants to go to a 4-back.
Yeah.
But obviously he's had to play with what he's got at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's not ideal.
He's had to get the best out of what he's got and play the system that suits the players that he's got.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So obviously, like I say, you don't really need to add to your front line. You just need to kind of. Would you say that the midfield has a responsibility? Have the midfield been a bit, ropey this season as well? Or, because obviously that's kind of part of the defensive duties of being in midfield as well, to track back and do your work there. But obviously the defence as a whole, I'm presuming, how many kind of players would you be looking to bring in that defensive back line? Because obviously, who do you like and who would you like to see? Who kind of disappointed you this year? I know that's harsh, but obviously.
Well, we need another right back.
Yeah,
for sure, because we can't keep playing our best young talent.
Yeah,
at right wing back, because he's too good. He's wasted there. His name's Alex Scott. He's 18. He's played 36 games this year, and most of them have been in the fullback position, and he's not a fullback.
I see what. He's not.
So we need a right back. I think the defense, over the last few games, we've got better. Back in January, I think we signed came close. He used to be at Norwich, and he's come in and he's played every game, and he's been solid. And he only came into the end of this season, so hopefully we can give him a longer contract.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, from your perspective, obviously, hopefully you keep your players that have done so well for you this season. Because obviously, I'm guessing there'll be quite a lot of interest, but especially, but it's one of those, if they see that they've got, the club has got an ambition next, I think that a lot of players, surprisingly, would actually stay loyal to the cause, really, unless someone, obviously, a bigger club comes knocking for one of them.
For ridiculous money, yeah.
But, if the players that are there see, maybe the the ambition going forward and things like that, and the kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I've forgotten the word. What's the word? It's kind of a where you're kind of going kind of thing. Yeah, you get what I'm saying anyway. But
yeah.
But anyway, I've lost my track of thought now again, guys. And I'm sorry about this, but it's just one of the. I'm gonna go to the comments about anyway. So evening, hello Matthew. Thank you for joining us. I've forgotten about the comments. I just got too engrossed in the game, actually. Coach's Corner, hello there. Thank you for joining. I'm looking forward to joining your channel at 6:30. Yeah, it should be a good one. Yeah, Luton. You've got a lot of love for Luton, haven't you, Coach's Corner? Yeah, well, that's controversial. I'm not going to comment on that. What are your score on the playoffs? Obviously, it's very hard. So, like I said, this is a preview for the Bristol game, so I'm not going to comment on that just yet. But obviously, yeah.
I think it'd be a Forest Huddersfield final.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I think that that's a good bet actually, and I think that I was kind of happy to see Bournemouth win last night actually because because we've not had much luck with Bournemouth this season, and obviously with Forest, we've actually beat them at their ground, and obviously they are beatable. And kind of form goes out the window in the playoffs. I think it's just you want to be going in with positive momentum, though. That's what I was talking about with obviously. Even though we'd kind of secured our playoff place kind of a few games ago, we still need to keep going because we need that momentum. We need that positivity, that positive momentum going. But yeah, it'll certainly be interesting to see. It'll certainly be interesting to see how things pan out on Saturday. It'll be a great game, I'm sure. Like I said earlier, a real test going to the playoffs. Like I said, a real test before we go into the playoffs, should I say? And yeah. Thank you for coming on, by the way. I really appreciate this.
No worries.
Where can people find you? And do you do YouTube and things like that? Just plug yourself. I'm happy to.
I don't do YouTube, but I've got a Twitter. It's at Li Healy on Twitter, so you can find.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure I put that in the description below. And yeah, please go and follow. And like I said, it's been great to chat to you. Good luck for the game on Saturday.
And you.
May the best team win, and also good luck in the summer. Rebuilding for the next season. And yeah, all the best, mate. Like I said, thank you for coming on. Right, guys, this has been another episode. It's been really great to have Liam on. Like I say, being a great guest. It's a busy evening actually, so I'm going to be going on Coach's Corner. YouTube at 6:30. We're going to be previewing the Champions League game tonight, which is going to be a really fantastic match between Madrid and City in the second leg, and then I'll be doing a watch along as well. So I'll be going live around 7:50 tonight on my channel to do a watch along. So yeah, I really appreciate if you could smash the like button, subscribe. Like I say, I really appreciate it. Comment, share, anything. Please help because, like I say, I'm trying to just get my name out at the moment. It's still early days, but yeah, I'm loving this kind of journey. But yeah, until the next time, guys. Thank you for watching, by the way, and I'll see you all very soon. See you later.